Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Wednesday Night 10 Tops here at CFR, brought to you by Widecrest. Tonight, we are taking on the wonderful, beautiful circuit of Magny-Cours. There's your track map on the screen. Have a good field tonight. 12 cars out there registered. It's a pleasure to also welcome Dylan Gray to the GR86 series. So it's a pleasure to have him along. Good young driver, full of talent. So hopefully we'll see some good results out of Dylan this back end of the season. We'll have a look at our best times so far out there in practice right now. So Dylan Gray is leading the charge for the 86 with a 157.83. our in-house resident in the 86, Mr. Sam Katakazunas, there in second with a 158.742. And in our TCRs, we see, well, actually Dougie Gowns has just dropped a beautiful lap there. So Glenn Wilkinson leads that charge with a 149.603. And as mentioned, Dougie Gowans just drops a 149.608. So there is no gap out there between these TCR boys. And we've got Andrew Proctor on screen, who's just run wide at the hairpin. And looks like he's taken his teammate with him. No, that was not. So Matty Keane is out in the pit lane somewhere. Also a pleasure to have this man along, Daniel Fritz from Whiskey Runners. Good to see him out there having a blast as well. Let's jump on his roll bar and maybe we won't jump on his roll bar. Come on his gyro cam. We'll ride with Fritzy. We'll let him take us for a lap around Jerez and get a good view of this place. It's a beautiful circuit. Very, very flat. Not a whole lot of camber to this track. Looks very smooth too. Not many bumps. Now that hairpin there, they want to watch that curving. That curving will unsettle the cars a lot there in the hairpin. So as we see the green dot on the broadcast there, Daniel's just looking through the right left and he's going to come down to another hairpin down here. It's a tricky hairpin because you're kind of braking into the hairpin, you're kind of turning while braking, and then you've got to get the car pointed in the right direction. So it'll be fun tonight to see how these guys handle this this track. But as I say, we're just riding with Daniel Fritz at the moment. Nice little roll through there. Come up into this right-hander, and then you'll be heading down a nice little chute right down to the back sector, where the start-finish line is very, very close to the last chicane. So another sharp right, and then we'll go a right-left chicane over the start-finish line. So here's a right-left. This is almost like at Circuit Villeneuve. There's a checkered flag. So we'll jump on board with Daniel for this lap. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the sights and sounds of Jerez in a TCR car. Be right back. And there we have under 2 minutes of a racing lap there, courtesy of Daniel Fritz. Huge shout out as we jump straight on Steph. This happens every time we throw the camera to Stephanie Piccoli. The only female out here in this series, driving the GR86. Stephanie Piccoli. So if we've got any girls out there who want to jump on in and have a run, come and help Steph out, put a little bit more in the league there and put some more female drivers out there, we'd love to have you. Welcome to those on Kick. If you haven't already checked us out on kick.com/checkered flag racing, please do those things over there. The Discord and the YouTube and stuff is all on that channel as well. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can hit the Discord link and that will bring you into the Discord. Make sure when you join the Discord you accept the rules. You'll get your role to go and register for these races and come and have some fun. As always, don't forget we have the post-race review tonight. It'll be headed up by Magny-Cours. So we'll see if the boys and girls get through a nice clean race and don't need any reviews, but we'll have to see how that goes. Dylan DeBono on screen in the yellow Velocity car. Looking rather schmick out there. Young Tyler Sheaf. We've heard Sheafy on a Monday night with us in the trucks in the combox. So he's out there again in the Velocity paint. He's in the new one. Dylan's in the old one, but look at that. Also good to see Matty Gerard out here as well from Velocity Sim Labs. Jake Jackson is with MX Raps 19, supporting his teammate Glenn Wilkinson, and also Braden Sagassa here as well on screen with MX Raps 19 as well. So good to see some inter-team rivalries building. The SLM boys there of Andrew Proctor and Magny-Cours bringing in another team as well, so it's another challenge for the likes of Velocity and MX Raps. So it's good to have these inter-team battles. Stephanie Piccoli there on screen with the Apex Racing, so good to have her on board as well. So let us know who your favourite driver is in the chat. We'd love to hear who you're barracking for. As we mentioned, Dylan Gray, it's only his second round with us. He joined over the weekend. He came and raced the trucks Monday night, so this is his first hit out with us in the TCR, driving for LMR Esports. So again, young fellow with a lot of talent, and there we go. That is practice done and dusted, and we move into quali. So I'd normally ask my commentator what they think of the quali and what we're going to get, but you know, we don't have a co-commentator for Wednesday night. So if there's anybody out there who would be keen to come up and join the commentary box and help call the action on a Wednesday night, please put your hand up and feel free to come and do so. They all head out now for quali. So they'll get their tyres warmed up. So again, two different classes of cars and two different championships on the line here. So every point matters, which is very challenging, contagious. Yeah, righto, Jace. Righto, mate. Chill out, calm down. Remember, I'm old, mate. It'll give me a heart attack, all right? Welcome to Contagious out there in the YouTube land. Good to have you along. Here's our race director heading out, Mr. Magny-Cours, also league director as well. Having a crack. Stephanie out. Stephanie's on track as well. This track does look really nice. I'm kind of jealous I can't be out there racing tonight. It looks so much fun, this track. Where is Mr. Sam? Where's he? He's in the back of the 1-9 boys there. Oh, look at this. Look at this battle pack right here. 4 cars. So it looks like Andrew Proctor might be the first to be on a lap. Oh, someone's gone off in front of him, I think. And that's going to be an off track. No, it wasn't. He got away with it. What do you reckon, Contagious? Should that have been an off track there for Mr. Proctor? I think it might have. It should have been. You see Andrew's about to cross that first sector line. There he goes. Magny-Cours also out on a lap as well. 100%. You'd say it only because it's Andrew, wouldn't you? The Dylan Gray's on a purple sector. Tyler Sheaf green as well. Now Dylan Gray is in the Toyota, so we'll have to see if that pays off for the next 3 sectors around, or the next 2 sectors, sorry. But Dylan Gray is still on a purple. Yeah, I figured it was because it's Andrew. If it was Magny-Cours, it was a DQ, right? Intentional reckless driving, yeah? Let's have a look, Glenn. They're getting a nice purple sector in Sector 2, so Dylan Gray is going to lead the charge for the 86s here. There we go, Dylan Gray with a 157.662 and Tyler Sheaf. Now Glenn Wilkinson drops that. Braden Sagassa now gets the lap. We're not going to call this just yet. Andrew Proctor with a 153.8, so maybe there was a bit of a slowdown. Braden Sagassa is leading the charge in the TCRs right now. Dougie Gowan's on a purple Sector 2. Looks like Matty Gerard's on a purple Sector 1 as well. We'll see if the 2 Velocity boys can jump up the order. Dougie Gowan's to the top with a 50.2. That's half a second quicker than the 1-9 boys there. So there's a bit of time to be made up out there. It's fast. So where does Matty Gerard bring it through in? 150.2. He's going to drop to the top as well. 150.15 and a 150.2. So there's a little bit of time out there to be made. We'll have to see if anyone can topple that. Andrew Proctor now on a yellow as well. Look, Magny-Cours is beached. Magny-Cours, what did you do, son? Let's have a look. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, he's a passenger. Oh, Magny-Cours. Braden Sagassa just scrapes to the top with a 49.93. Oh, that's a blistering lap there by Braden. That's a 49.929. It's SDK tells me it's a 9.3, so Sam just flying the inside of that car. Does he bring the lap time down? No, doesn't quite get there. Dougie Gowan's now on a purple Sector 1, so we'll see if he can finish this lap off. We'll jump into his gyro cam, we'll ride with him. He's just coming over the line now. Dougie get back to the top. Does he do? No. Oh, I don't know what happened there. All right, Stephanie Piccoli, can she better her lap time? 2:16 at the moment. Coming through. Can she elevate herself? 2:04. Not bad, not bad. She getting there, getting the groove on it. That was Matty Gerard, just went past. There's Matty Gerard there on screen. A purple stripe for velocity. We'll see what he can do. How committed is he down into the hairpin? Dylan DeBono now into P2 with a 49.91. Well done to Dylan DeBono. That's... No, Braden Sagassa. Glenn Wilkinson's gone to the top now with a 49.79. They are flying out there at the moment. Matty Gerard flying the car. Oh, hang on to it, Matty. Oh, that didn't count as an off-track, so he can salvage it, but did he go too far? Dougie Gowans with a purple in Sector 2. And Dougie Gowans on an absolute ripping Sector 2. Can he finish the lap off now? We're just watching him come through that last little section. The right, the left. Go the line. He goes to the top with a 49.5. Dougie Gowans to the top. Well done, sir. Well done. What a lap. I think that's... might be the benchmark. I don't know if they can go much quicker than that at the moment. Here comes Matty Gerard to finish off his lap. Oh, how's the sound as he smashes that curb? Matty Gerard. No, he's had that mid slowdown. Right, who's on a lap? Stephanie's on nice greens everywhere. Can she elevate herself? Come on, Steph. No, 2:04.45, just lost it in that last sector. That last sector just catching a couple of drivers out here at the moment. Interesting to see that it's not quite easy. It has got probably two of the slowest corners on track as well, so it's... do you push or do you just stay comfortable? But good to see Steph out there. As I say, she's the only female racer out with the CFR League on a Wednesday night, so girls out there in chat, you want to get involved, come and get some more girl power on the grid. I'm sure Steph would love it. And don't forget the Discord link is there on both the YouTube and the Kick channels. We appreciate everyone hanging out as always. We'll see if anyone is on the lap. Dougie Gowans, green and yellow. Don't really think anybody's on a flyer right now. Matty Keane just went a 52.39. That was his best lap. So he dug himself out of the kitty litter. Wow. What do you mean I'm welcome? What for? What do you do? Matty Gerard here on a purple Sector 1. What do you do, Jace? Matty Gerard, can he elevate himself to the top? No, doesn't. Doesn't elevate himself yet. Still got a bit of time. It's a 20-minute quali session, so I think they've got time. Andrew Proctor here on green. And a yellow. Dylan DeBono, I think, is also on... he's actually right behind him too. Well, Dylan might just be starting to pick up the draft here. It's a little late in the lap, so it won't really count. Andrew comes across the line. Doesn't move up. Dylan DeBono goes into P3 with a 49.81. Not quite there, but he's in that draft with Andrew. Oh, and Boofa's just run wide there. Dougie Gowan's now on an absolute flying sector 2. Can he finish this off? Gets around. Last chicane. Bounce it. Get across there, Dougie. Can he go quicker? He goes quicker with a 49.44. Dougie's digging out lap times. Dylan Gray now on a flyer in the 86. .57.2. And I think I saw Matty Gerard also on a flyer as well at the moment. He's just... Matty Gerard drops into P4 with a 49.83. 200ths behind his teammate Dylan De Bono. So it's a velocity 134 at the moment and a MX Wraps 256. An interesting grid so far. Looks like Sam's failed on his lap. Dylan Gray's in the pits. There's Andrew Proctor out there now. P10 with a 153.02. He's not far off the pace. He just needs a little bit somewhere. Oh, and that's probably not going to help. Daniel Fritz been pretty quiet. Where's Fritzy? There he is. Daniel Fritz on screen in the Whiskey Runner's car. Right behind what looks to be Matty Keane. Getting a bit of a draft, so that'll definitely help. Matty Keane just jumping the curbs. Good to see it. Right, both those boys just ran their fast lap. Wow, Matty's using a lot of track there. It's Sam back out there in the pit lane, just coming out in the GR86. Looks like Dougie Gowans has put it in the pit lane and said, that'll probably do me, boys. I'm pretty happy with that lap. Or he might go in and make a slight change and come back out because there might be a little room left on there. Don't forget, guys, as well, it is a reverse top 10 for the 40-minute feature race. So we'll have our 20-minute sprint race and then our 40-minute inverted 10. So 10th spot will be very worthy to watch. At the moment, Andrew Proctor is in P10. But anything can change in these races. We have seen that through the first 5 rounds. That anything can happen. So tonight will be no different. And for a couple of weeks here, we actually saw a GR86 off the front row. So who knows? Who knows what will happen tonight? Daniel Fritz is on a green. And on a nice push lap here is 2 green boxes. Can he finish this lap off is the question. I will watch as Daniel Fritz comes through the last little bit of this lap. How much of the curb does he take? He doesn't take a whole bunch of that first curb. Matty Keane behind him just launches the car. Daniel Fritz doesn't move. He stays there. It's actually a P7 with a 150.54. That looks like they're just circulating. Yeah, young Tyler not having a bad night so far. P8, 150.86. So he's got a little bit left. He can find some pace somewhere. Tyler's another young talent. Got a lot of racing years ahead of him, so he'll be one to watch in the future. How much of this curve does he take? Does he fly it? Not really. Does he move up? No. Slower lap. Doesn't look like anybody is on the lap. Looks like they're only about 3 minutes from the end. Where's Andrew? There's Andrew Proctor there, just coming through. Can he finally get some pace? Can he get through? No, he's still with 54. Yeah, Sam Katakzoos, haven't seen much of Sam during quali tonight. Just kind of snuck through his lap and then went back to pit lane, or went and did some IRL things, but good to see Sam back out there now, having another dig at it. He's only 0.6, sorry, 1.4 off Dylan Gray's pace, so we'll see. Sam's pretty quick in these cars. He does like the GR86, so we'll see if he can claw his way back. 58.2, so now he's only 1 second off, so he's made a bit of time there. I'm sure Sam will get this lap figured out. We'll ride with him, actually. We'll jump in with him and have a ride through this lap in the GR86 and see how much he wants to commit into this hairpin down the bottom here. This is a big straight with a little kink right here. And then he's got the nice run straight into the hairpin part of this track, so. Deep under brake, says Sam, sending it very deep. And it might have been too deep, I think. Might have been just a little too deep, and he might have lost the time there. So Braden Sagassa now on screen for MX Wraps 1.9, down in the same part of the circuit. Nicely done. Here comes Steph to... Oh! Whole lot of curb there. I think that might be... No, that's Andrew Proctor right behind Stephanie there. Matty Keane is on a green sector 2. Can he finish? How much of this curb does he take? Oh, Daniel Fritz behind him just didn't quite get through there. And Matty Keane with a 151.05. That is his quickest so far. We'll see if he can run on this lap. No, that is quali done. Done, dusted, and finished. So let's get the grid up. So there we have it. Dougie Gowans and Dylan Duane lead the front row for Velocity Sim Labs. Glenn Wilkinson for 1.9 MX Wraps with Matty Gerard beside him on row 2. Row 3, it's Braden Sagassa and Jake Jackson for 1.9 MX Wraps. P7, Daniel Fritz for Whiskey Runners. P8, Tyler Sheaf for Velocity Sim Labs. In 9th and 10th is Matty Keane and Andrew Proctor for SLM Motorsport. And the GR86 is Dylan Gray, Sam Katakazunas, and Stephanie Piccoli. All right, so here we go. We'll get the things up there for you guys. So as we get into the start of this 20-minute heat, we will reverse the top 10 at the end of this for our feature. So remember, P10 is the spot to be watching throughout the leaderboard and see where your driver stacks up. Again, let us know in the chat who you're barracking for tonight. Who's your favorite driver out there? Would love to hear who is your favorite. So we got Sam is the last on the grid up. Just waiting on Sam. Then we'll get the 5 lights and we will be away. Welcome to Jet Murray over in the YouTube lands as well. Jetto, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you here. I guess Sam is gridded. We are locked, we are loaded for the start of our heat race. 20 minutes. Coming to you live from Magny-Cours. And the green flag is out. Already some movers and shakers. Dougie Gowans leads into one. Dylan DeBono and Glenn Wilkinson fighting over P2 right now. Looks like they've all gotten through 1 and 2. There's Manny Gerard on screen. Looking at the back of Daniel Fritz. Tyler Sheaf up the inside of both of those boys. Oh, he's having a good crack at it. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. No, they're not going. Are they going 3 wide? Is that Matty Keane up the inside? That is Matty Keane up the inside. Oh, Tyler just out wide. Got one of the 1-9 boys there flashing his lights. That's probably Jake Jackson, it is. Giving now Braden Sagastro a bit of a hurry up. Oh, Dylan DeBono out wide as well. Oh. Like a little contact there, but nothing too major. We see Sam looking at the back of Dylan Gray there. Back to Matty Gerard here with Matty Keane. It also looks like Daniel Fritz is in that. Tyler Sheaf is in there as well. That is Daniel Fritz on the front. Matty Keane might have made a bit of a mistake there, I think. Cold tyres, first lap, boys. Oh, Daniel's just run wide. Matty Gerard gets up the inside. Is that going to bring Matty Keane forward as well? Oh, squeezing. Trying to give track room. Trying to get through the corner. Daniel's just hanging on it. Matty Gerard's gotten through there now. We jump on the nose. Oh, Matty Keane. The boys are fighting hard here. That's Daniel Fritz on the left. I think Tyler Sheaf's just gotten through there. Matty Keane got a slow down, did he? Figured that might have been something like that. Braden Sagasta now and Dylan DeBono fighting over P3. They are fighting hard, these boys. Getting the elbows out early. Oh, Dylan DeBono flying the car over the curb. Holy moly's. Oh. Braden taking a very different line there. Dylan changing and going right outside. Whoa. Dougie Gowans, what happened here? Our leader, what's he done? Oh no, he's... Oh no. Dougie Gowans, our leader, has crashed. Oh man. That puts Dylan DeBono up into P2. Oh, Braden just went around him. Oh, that's also brought Jake Jackson in as well. So now it's an MX Raps 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jake just got a whole lot of that curb. Dylan flies both curbs. Oh, Dylan's got a slowdown, I think. Maybe too much curb usage there at the last sector. We jump back to the GR86s, Dylan Gray and Sam Katakazunas here on screen. See how these boys stack up. Dylan Gray currently P10. That will technically give him pole for the feature race at the moment. So we've seen that in the past weeks, where a GR86 has actually made it to pole position. So not uncommon. Not uncommon in the slightest little bit. Nice little battle here with Matty Gerard and Dylan DeBono is well involved here. But the MX boys 1-9 have skipped away to a bit of a gap here. Matty Keane now looking at the back of Daniel Free. Whoa, how's the closing speed? Wow. Oh, Tyler Sheaf, Andrew Proctor and Daniel Fritz all very close together back there. Andrew will be looking for this front row for sure. I reckon he'll be itching for that front row. So right now he would be beside Dylan Gray on the front row for the feature. Jake Jackson and Braden Sagassa there on screen. With Glenn Wilkinson now being about 2.5 seconds up the road. You can see Glenn there at the bottom of the right. Tyler Sheaf now chasing down Matty Keane. Matty Gerard's had a crash. He's gone off at the hairpin. That's never a good spot. Where does that put Matty? That actually now puts Matty Gerard on the front row with Dylan Gray. So that could be an interesting front row for our feature, folks. So stick around for that. Oh, Andrew's gone wide. Oh, there goes Matty Gerard up the inside. So Andrew just ran a little wide there. Might have outbroke himself, I think. Maybe he's also playing for that front row start in the feature. We are just a little under halfway through this first race. Looks like the boys are kind of settled out. Stephanie Piccoli here now, 16 seconds behind Sam. Dougie Gowans is back out. There's Dougie's taken a fast repair and gotten back out. Sam and Dylan Gray here on screen. Oh, Dylan's way wide and loose in the dirt. Sam's going to get a good run here though. Oh, Dylan leapfrogging the curb. Might ride on this one for a little bit. Sam's definitely got a little bit of pace. Sam's got the fastest lap by 1/100th of a second over Dylan Gray. There's nothing in the times at all. Just looking up the field, Tyler Sheaf and Matty Keane here. Still having a ding-dong battle there in 5th and 6th spot, respectfully. Dylan DeBono now in P4, pretty much all by himself. Nothing around anywhere. He can just get into a groove and run his own race. Matty Gerard is getting on the back of this pack, which is Daniel Fritz, Tyler Sheaf and Matty Keane. So Matty Gerard's made a good little bounce back here. There's the weather for tonight. Very balmy day, actually. Matty Gerard getting a nice little run through there. He's got no one behind him, so he's got all attack eyes forward at the moment. Oh, I see Daniel Fritz just a little loose in the rear of that car. See if Matty Gerard can make any moves here though. We are now just on halfway through the first race of the evening. Matty Gerard is looking at the back of Daniel Fritz here. I'm not quite sure he's going to get the move done though. Have a look back, see where Sam and Dylan are battling less than half a second. You guys can see that on screen. It's 0.4 of a second. Sam's still got the quickest lap, but not by much. But Matty Gerard has gotten Daniel Fritz. Where was that? Let's have a look at that pass. Where's he set this up? Oh, Daniel's just gone the high line. Matty Gerard just sneaks through on the tight line and says, thank you very much. I'll take that spot. Gets on with the racing. Jump back to Dylan and Sam because this is on. Door-to-door racing. Dylan just driving a little hard at the moment. He's just pushing that car to beyond its limits, I think. Just got to rein it back in, son. Bring it in. Whoa. That was close. That was a little close. Matty Gerard now up with Tyler Sheaf. Oh, it's on in the front here. Matty Gerard, Tyler Sheaf, Matty Keane, all line astern here. This is going to bring Daniel Fritz back into this as well, if they're not careful. Any buffer they had over Daniel is going to wind up very small if they keep battling hard. Oh, Matty Gerard right there on the back of Tyler Sheaf. And his teammate on teammate as well. And then you've got Matty Keane just being a little cork in this bottle right now. Oh, moving to the outside, trying to get the run. And he's just taking the shallow line. Matty Keane there at the front, just changing a bit of a dynamic. There's some good racing, folks. This is some fantastic racing. Dougie Gowans now puts down a 49.19. Fastest lap. Oh, Matty Gerard just giving his teammate a little bit of a bump there. That was definitely contact. Definitely contact. And that's bringing Daniel Fritz back into this fight too. So we can just confirm that is Dougie Gowans with a 49.19. And he's coming through this field of the 86 cars. He's just gotten past Stephanie Piccoli. Dylan DeBono now has gotten through on Jake Jackson as well. So Dylan DeBono now brings himself on to P3. He's got a 5-second gap to Braden Sagassa. And Braden is getting to the back of Glenn Wilkinson. So it's all happening on track at the moment. Oh, Matty Gerard just got past Tyler. Is that team orders? Did Tyler just let him go? We'll have to find that out a bit later on. How does Matty Gerard treat Matty Keane? Does he treat him nice? Time will tell. Oh, that was kind of there. Sam and Dylan again back on screen. The battle is raging with these two 86s at the front of the 86 field. Sam's very patient, and Matty Gerard has gotten the move done on Matty Keane, so let's have a look at that. Where did he get that done? Oh, he just got a much better exit, a bit tighter exit. Can just run it up the inside. And just block the door for the return of serve. So well done, Matty Gerard. Good pass. Back to Sam and Dylan Gray here. Remember, Dylan Gray is looking at a P10 opportunity, which will put him front row for the feature. Not sure that's a good thing in these 86s with the speed of the TCR off the start, but we'll see how he goes with it. Tyler Sheaf has gone long at the hairpin. Alright, who is doing what? Jake Jackson and Dylan DeBono there, just edging backwards and forwards. Daniel Fritz selling at the back of Matty Keane. Looking like Daniel Fritz has got a bit of pace in the back part of this race with only 3.5, 4 minutes left in the race. Looks like he's got a little bit of a late race pace, so it's good for Daniel Fritz. Dylan and Sam again. Where is Dougie Gowans? Dougie Gowans is coming onto the back of this. Now this, if Dougie Gowans can get past both Dylan and Sam in the next 3 minutes, that will put Dougie into pole with a reverse top 10. So it's a big incentive for Mr. Gowans to get past these two boys. Being the faster car may be able to do it pretty easily. But with Sam and Dylan hard in a fight, we'll like to see what he does here. He's lifting off the throttle. It's almost like he doesn't want to take this away. Oh, that sound as they go through there, just crunching the suspension. All right, let's back to Daniel Fritz and Matty Keane. Jake Jackson's gotten Dylan DeBono back there. It looks like Dylan might have run a little wide. That's a heck of a gap that he's got now. 2 seconds straight away to Jake Jackson. But Daniel Fritz on Matty Keane. See, oh, he's just run a little wide. Just couldn't get back to the throttle there. It was just too wide. He had to get the car stopped again. So see if he can get back to Matty Keane and try and get something done in the next minute and a bit. Dougie Gowans has gone past both Dylan and Sam. So that is going to put Dougie Gowans on the front row for the feature race tonight. Dougie Gowans and Andrew Proctor will be your front row. Oh, Dylan's run very deep. That's going to slow him down at this next end of the straight. Well, can't say it's straight, but it's very close to. Just wondering if maybe the tyres are starting to come off. Or if he's a little keen on the old throttle. Mr. Dylan Gray. Back to Daniel Fritz and Matty Keane. Again, 20 seconds left in this race. This will be... we'll jump on board with our leader here. to Glenn Wilkinson for MX Raps 19. Looks like he's going to bring home a 1-2-3 for the boys in purple. Oh. And he's going to be Glenn from Braden, and then it looks like it's going to be a Jake Jackson for P3, which is an MX Raps 19 clean sweep of the front of this field tonight. So well done to those boys. Dylan DeBono is going to bring up P4 for Velocity SimLabs. Matty Gerard's going to bring in P5 for Velocity as well. Matty Keane P6 for SLM. Daniel Fritz in 7 with Whiskey Runners. Tyler Sheaf by himself there in 8 for Velocity SimLabs. Andrew Proctor is going to bring it home P9 for SLM. Dougie Gowans is going to bring home the P10. They're just riding on board here with Dylan and Sam. They're going to battle to the last corner, these boys. Dylan just taking a whole lot of curve on that way in. They've got 3 corners left. How do the boys handle this? There we go. Dylan Gray takes the GR86 in front of Sam Katakuzunas, and Stephanie Piccoli will round out the podium for the GR86s. So, all right, they head into the warm-up phase of this feature race. Let's get some race info up on the screen. There we have the track layout and the conditions for this evening. A nice 9-kilometre wind, nothing too major. I'll enjoy that. There is the results on screen. And we'll just let you guys read that. I'll take a quick break and we'll be right back in time for the feature race. Don't go away. All right, folks, so we are back. Took a quick break there to run and do a few things. We got Sheafy in the chat. Rookie mistakes killed you there, buddy. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. We got Mark Cochran in there going for Stephanie Piccoli. Good to see you, Mark. Welcome on in, buddy. Just had a Jake Jackson went off track here as well. Connor, what's going on, mate? Good to see you. I've seen some of your results over the past week. You're doing all right, I hope. I'm not really sure what is going on there. Looks like Jake is trying to jump the fence. Mick Clifton. Go Steph for Team Apex Esports. Good to have you boys along. It looks like it's Speed Demon over in the Kick channel. Looks like it's he's just trying to line it up. Doesn't look like he's going to get it though. Sadly. I mean, not a way to treat a race car. It's at the end of pit lane, Steph. If you run out to the right and run down through turn 1 and look towards the Armco barrier on the right-hand side. It looks like... Yeah, I don't think some of them would pass, unfortunately. Matty Keane just out warming up as well. It's good to see the Apex boys here. When are we going to get you boys on track? Mark and Mick? Might have to have a go. Well, let's throw the camera onto you, Steph. Oh, you're not even there, Steph. Come on. Letting us down. When are we going to see Mark and Mick jump on in and come and support Steph in the Apex charge? So swing a right, Steph. Don't go out the end of pit lane. Swing a right onto the main straight. You can see the white wall pretty much right in front of you. Go straight at that white wall. Whoa. Maybe the next season. Ooh, might see some more Apex boys, eh? That'd be good. It might give a bit more of a challenge to the... don't look. Yeah, we're watching you, Steph. You're on screen. You were on screen, Steph. Sorry, but you were there. Yeah, it'd be good to see some of the Apex support there, and a bit of a challenge for the other teams that are strong there. Velocity and 19 MX Raps. Get some challenge out there happening. Here we go. This is Braden Sagassa with his effort, and oh, Braden, you went further over the tyre barrier than you did the concrete. 10 weeks. So we are round 5 right now. 5 rounds to go. You can still join. We don't need to. Here goes Boofa, our Friday night co-commentator for our Formula Fords. Oh, Boofa. What was that? Oh. Free, yeah, Mark? Yep, free to enter, mate. That's the whole aim of what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep it as as free as possible. Oh, Jake Jackson got a good one there. Darren Burgess, is this Boofa any good? I don't know, mate. He's pretty ordinary. I mean, he's pretty ordinary. All right, that's going to wrap up the warm-up session. So let's get a grid up on screen. And here is going to be Dougie Gowans and Andrew Proctor off the front row, Tyler Sheaf and Daniel Fritz off row 2, Matty Keane and Matty Gerard off row 3, Dylan DeBono, Jack Jackson off 4, Braden Sagassa, Glenn Wilkinson off row 5. As we head back to our GR86s, you got Dylan Gray and Sam and Stephanie Piccoli. All right. So here we go. Our 40-minute feature. But no, it would be good to see some more of the teammates joining. Be a lot of fun. Let's look back to Daniel Fritz, the second car, right side of your screen. Get that back up. Get your track map back up. And away we go. Dougie Gowans with a rocket start. He has gone. He left Andrew Proctor daydreaming. I think you might need to talk to this Boofa. Darren, he was daydreaming there on the start, mate. Matty Keane there up the inside. Daniel Fritz. They're going to go too wide through the first lap. That's Dylan DeBono right in there as well. Look at the sea of purple behind Dylan DeBono and Daniel Fritz there. Dougie Gowans is skipping away to an early lead, though. Let's see what you can do, Darren. Yeah, he was daydreaming, mate. I don't know what he was doing. He was sleeping on that start line. Jake Jackson out the inside. He's going to bring... Oh, not quite brought Braden Sagassa with him. Dylan DeBono, Matty Keane, door to door. Yeah, never go full Boofa. Yeah, no one do that. And Matty King just lets Dylan take that spot there. Jake Jackson now looking up the inside of Matty Keane. Oh, there's a bit of bump there. They are side by side. Matty King's in perfect position. Going to cover the inside. Oh, it's runs him out onto the Astro turf and the extra bit there. I'm going to see Cam Hardwick in the chat as well. Welcome on in, Cameron. Good to see you, buddy. Let's have a look. Sam and Stephanie there, just running at the rear of this group at the moment. Nicely spread out with those 86s. Oh, Matty Keane again in the thick of it with Braden Sagassa from 19MX Wraps. Tyler Sheaf now up into P2. Oh, it's 3. There goes Sheafy. There goes Boofa as well, was it? It was. Andrew Proctor and Tyler Sheaf both gone there. Darren, if you saw that. Yep. Let's have a look at that from this cam. What's gone on here? So Tyler, it's Boofa on the left. What's gone on here? Oh boy. Oh boy. Where are I going to leave that one there? We're not going to get involved in that on stream right now. We'll flick back to Matty Keane and Matty Gerard side by side down into the hairpin. Oh, Matty Gerard. Oh, he was loose. How he kept that, I'll never know. But Glenn Wilkinson trying to get around the outside of Daniel Fritz. He's going to make that pass stick. Beautifully done. So watching now Glenn Wilkinson. It's still in the early, Cam. Sam had the fastest lap in race 1. I'm sure it'll be alright race 2. Once the fuel wears off. That you out, Tyler? Done. Oh, Matty Gerard, Matty Keane. Oh, they're both jumping curbs. Oh, Matty got a slowdown. Matty Keane got the slowdown, I reckon, there. Too much curve on the inside. But Dylan DeBono, you can see Dougie Gowan's way up there in the distance. 6.6 seconds is the lead. Braden Sagasta now looking at the back of Dylan DeBono, trying to get through. Oh. Back to Matty Keane. He's still looking at the back of this pack. Very close. 1.6 seconds to Matty Gerard there in P5, so... See how they go. Dylan DeBono and Braden Sagasta are having an absolute cracking battle. Oh, that was Jake Jackson, I think. Running wide. Oh, it was. That's going to bottle it up. Matty Gerard right in the middle of these superb cars. Hey, you want to jump in the comp box, buddy? By all means, come and jump in. Up to you. Jump in the green room, I can bring you in. No problems at all. Just watching Daniel Fritz here on the back of Glenn Wilkinson with Matty Gerard right in the 1-9 sandwich. And let's get Mr. Stiefy in here. Hey Tyler, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, not too much. Just had a very eventful start of the race.
we caught the replay of that. That's it's interesting.
Yeah, I'll leave the stewards to determine what happens there, but oh well, that happens sometimes.
It's racing, isn't it, mate? That's the way it rolls sometimes.
Oh, you can't win them all.
You can't seem to win anything at the moment, can you? If you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck.
Well, I'm not wrong about that.
Oh, mate. So, how was it out there anyway in the first race? Because you didn't do too bad in the first race.
No, it was really fun. Racing against, Matty Keane and Matty Gerard and Fritchie. If I hadn't got the early black flag for corner cutting, I would have been ahead of Matty and probably got away from that. But yeah, I tried to go in the inside a couple of times and it didn't work, and then just lost concentration, put into the wrong gear and just dive bombed in the corner, accidental in the hairpin. But other than that, it was good racing. So
what do you think of Magny-Cours, mate? Do you like it?
At first, no. I couldn't get any faster than the 151.8. I was just shaking my head, going, "Where did these boys get any lap time out of it?" And by the end of it, I managed to get a 150.2. So I'm happy with that.
Nice. Nice. So you wouldn't say it's your favourite circuit, but you definitely happy out there now.
I'm happy with the circuit. The circuit wasn't too bad. Just need a bit of good luck,
Well, you can't get good luck, mate.
As you can see for Steph as well, I think she needs a bit more luck as well.
Yeah, poor Steph. What she needs is some more Apex boys out there. Instead of being in chat, they need to be out there helping her. That's what she needs.
Absolutely.
We need to get some more Apex boys, and we need to get some more girls out there. We need to get some more girls to join Steph and give her a bit more girl power on the grid. Matty King now looking at the back of Daniel Fritz. How comfortable is it going too wide around here, Tyler?
Pretty good actually. I felt pretty comfortable. Ooh, bit of contact here.
This is Glenn Wilkinson. This is the winner from race 1. Daniel Fritz and Matty King. They're all just tapping quarters and rubbing doors and all sorts going on
Matty
there.
Gerard just from Simon's there.
Yeah, Matty Gerard, that's... Matty Keane up the inside. They're going to push him wide.
He's following.
Oh, Fritzy, he didn't quite get the corner exit, but it's on, mate, isn't it? Like, this is your teammate in Matty Gerard, so you don't want to see him go too far backwards, do you?
No, I mean, to be honest, I think he'd be enjoying the race and be a bit competitive with the boys around him. It's like the question you said earlier, no, too wide around his track. I reckon it's such a great track to go too wide and a lot of corners and stuff like that. That's just the challenge is like where to do it and when to do it properly. You know, I tried to do it against Matty Keane on the hairpin and didn't work. Tried it a couple of times and it didn't work, but I think these boys are doing a good job with all the overtaking, making it entertaining.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely, these boys are having a cracking battle. So we see Andrew Proctor here now 20 seconds behind Daniel Fritz. We see Fritz and Glenn Wilkinson on very similar pace right now. Matty Gerard, Matty Keane still nose to tail and having a cracking race. But I've got to say, mate, Dougie Gowan 6.4 seconds up in front of Dylan De Bono. Again, that's a bit of a velocity 1-2 there, mate. Must be exciting for you boys.
No, it definitely is. It's good to see Dylan back.
Oh,
after,
look at this.
Nice move from
Matty Keane and Matty Gerard just... Again, they're just magnets to each other at the moment. These two just can't get away.
Yeah, it's in the name. They've got the same name and they're trying to, you know, rival out who's the better Matty.
Yeah, I think it is. But Glenn's just got nowhere to go. He's getting caught in all this, isn't he? He's looking, but he can't go anywhere because these two just all of a sudden appear side by side in front of him.
Well, the thing is for Glenn, you know, it's very hard for him to do it because you're waiting for the two cars to both make the same mistake to take the advantage. But as you can see up ahead, Matty Gerard slowly getting further away from Matty Keane, which means that Glenn would try. Oh, he's gone for overtake now inside. He's got it too.
Oh, I don't know. I think Matty Keane won't fight this one. Matty Keane's got the line for the next corner though, but it's going to be the right-hander. Does he cover? He does cover. He's going to make Glenn go the long way.
Matty Gerard just put Jake Jackson on the presser there and got him as well. Really well done there.
How's that last chicane there, Ty? We've been watching it all night. We've seen the cars just launching over those curbs. How is it from in the car? Is it as big as it looks?
Oh, it's definitely big. I think it's a little bit too big. Depends on how you take it, to be honest.
Oh, that's great. A little too big. I love it. I love to hear it. It's, yeah, so the way through that is obviously straight lining it. You take a lot of that curve, don't you, on the entry?
Yeah, and you got to take it at the correct angle as well. If you take it at the wrong angle, it just sends you off the track. So it's very, very hard to pick that correctly, especially...
Whoa!
He just did it me! He just did it me!
Oh, no!
He was still around too!
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he just did it me! That's a rookie mistake there.
That's Glenn. That's the winner of our first race. He's just coming way too hot.
I feel sorry for Matty because that's twice now he's been caught in that corner.
We'll just have a replay of that. We'll just... I'm not sure if that was just an old moment or if that was I might be able to make... He's on the brakes early though. Like, he's trying to pull it up. Oh, no.
I think he probably did a similar mistake to me. Yeah,
he's probably clinching now. He's like, oh, no. Oh, unlucky. It happens though, doesn't it? I mean, you've been out there, Tyler. You were involved in some of your own instances, and even doing that just by yourself, you were kind of out breaking yourself into that hairpin, weren't you?
Yeah, like I said, he probably stuck into 6th gear, and that's just a mistake. You got to keep in gear 5. That's what I learned. When you go to brake, you're 10, 15 kilometers too much Yeah, unfortunately couldn't do much about it. Matty Keane there was pretty lucky to be at the back of it. But yeah, now that changes everything now. Jake Jackson gains positions again. So
Yeah,
switching, so Matty Keane.
Jake, and that puts Jake in P4, Braden Sagasser in P3, 7 seconds up the road. That's going to bring Daniel Fritz into P5, Matty Keane into 6, and Matty Gerard into 7. Andrew Proctor into 8, but Andrew Proctor's 16 seconds back from Matty Gerard, so unfortunately Matty Gerard's just going to be driving the next 25 minutes by the look of it in his own space, and it'll be between Matty Keane and Daniel Fritz here. So I think Matty Keane might be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief there, because that was very close to including him as well, wasn't it?
Absolutely. He go, oh, days are very, what's happening here, you know? But at least this time it wasn't me doing it, which is good.
At least you're honest, mate. At least you said, hey, it wasn't me, not this time. But, so that hairpin, I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? Because you've kind of got that, it's so long, and that little kink on the back of it doesn't really, like, it doesn't make much of a difference in your top line speed, does it? So when you get into that hairpin, it's very, very 180-degree corner, isn't it?
Absolutely. Like, if you get too close to the hairpin, actually, I think I did it in the first race after all my mistakes, you actually get caught on the hairpin and flicks you on straight 180 degrees, and off you go, but you get a 3-second slowdown, so it's pretty important to make sure that you make that corner correctly. And if you're overtaking, it's important to make sure you don't hit that curb too much, because a 3-second slowdown can put you back 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, right. So we're on that section of track now. So we see riding on board with Daniel Fritz, and there's that little kink. It's not even really a kink, is it? It's almost straight line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much straight. It's just you stick on the inside and just follow the leader, really.
So does the draft play much effect around here? I mean, there's obviously a couple of good spots to getting a draft, but does it really pay much dividend, do you think? Like, does it help out much at all?
Definitely. Like, for me, to keep up with Matty King, because I know he plays a bit of strategy to lose me in the corners. If I was within 1 second in the draft from the back straight, you catch up to him pretty easily. So you can play the game, but it's not as strong as what you really hope it to be. But it's strong enough to pull a couple of tenths back.
Right, so it's within a second. So if you're about a second back, you can make up some time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, it's interesting that getting a bit of a driver's point of view there, because you know we can sort of see a draft and we can sort of see it taking effect, but we don't like watching it on. We don't understand how big the draft actually is. So to hear the effects from the horse itself and getting in and having it done is definitely interesting. We see Dougie Gowans coming up on the back of Stephanie now. Stephanie's had a bit of a torrid second race, unfortunately, but yeah. As you were saying, Tom?
With the draft as well, if you get a really good exit coming into out the corner on the long straight, that's where you get most of the draft. So you start gaining because of speed already, but then the draft hooks up and then you're probably roughly 10-15 kilometers quicker.
Yeah, right. We just saw Stephanie giving Dougie some headlight flashes there. Not quite sure if that was just more of a, hey, I'll let you go, be nice to me, or if it was a, what are you passing me for? I'm already too far back. But no, good to see Stephanie out there having a crack. It hasn't been the greatest second race. Had a couple of off tracks there, but she's still out there having a go, and that's the main thing. So we see now Dylan Gray and Sam about 4 seconds apart to about the halfway point in the race, so about 22 minutes left to go. What's your take on this so far, Tyler, this second race?
I think Dougie's got it under control. With Dylan behind him, he'll make sure he do the blocker move. But the battle between Jake and Fritchie though for P4, I believe that Fritchie put him under a lot of pressure, and Jake might succumb to it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Daniel Fritz in the league all that much racing, so it's good to see him out there and having a go and mixing up with these boys. But I mean, as you said, it's not even the pressure. You can make the slightest mistake and it costs you so much. Like just through that section of track there we just saw, you can get the slowdown. It costs you so much in the next part of the track. So it's not even about the pressure and making a mistake. It could just literally be a mistake that you make on your own, can't it?
Absolutely. I mean, look, you try to make as much corner as you can and try and cut as much of the track you can without getting a penalty. So you can, if you're just a mil or two off on your line, you cop that 1, 2, maybe 3 second slowdown, and that really hurts because if you say, for example, if you're in a battle like Fritchie and Jake, I mean, you're going to lose that position. There's no way that you're going to keep it. So yeah,
no,
it'll be interesting to see how everyone else thinks about it. But yeah, it's a good track.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We see already a review request has been put in, but it's already been claimed as well. So hats off to those drivers who have already lodged their reviews. But this is a good thing about the league as well, Tyler. We don't run the live race control, so everything gets reviewed by the driving group. I guess the driving group creates its own standards in the league. And how have you found that's working for you? Dylan Gray, just in the box.
Yeah, he's already pitted. I think it's a very good thing. It allows people to be able to claim if they make a mistake, which is a good thing because you're honest and you're open that you made a mistake. And as well as that, you also get to see insights of what other drivers believe about the incident, and it helps you as a driver to understand the mistake that driver or yourself made, and you try and improve yourself for next time to not make the same mistake. I think it's a really good learning curve for a lot of people, including myself, especially when you haven't driven much circuit. You learn a lot from everyone.
You know, it's the understanding within the driving group is, you know, like you can set the standards, and that's a level where, you know, the drivers weigh in on what your outcome should be. So if you make that mistake and you say, yep, no, that's on me, everyone kind of looks and goes, oh, well, okay, cool, you've just, you know, you put your hand up because you've obviously identified it. But if you leave it to the driving group to work out, you know, it can definitely go against you in some ways. But it looks like your teammate Dylan Duano has had a big spill here. I don't know what's gone on.
Yeah, don't know what's happening.
Don't know. It looks like he's already crashed at that point. Yeah, the front right is out of that car.
Yeah, I don't know what he's done to do that.
No, we'll just rewind and have a look. Oh, it's the last S's. He's taken too much of that first curb. Yeah, bang. Oh, it tripped up the car, something massive, and he's just a passenger at that point.
I mean,
so that's going to drop him out of P2.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, with those curves, I did say it's a big curb, and if you take it incorrect like what Dylan did.
Yeah, would you say that's a little too much, Tyler?
Just a little too much.
Maybe for anybody out there, maybe that's not the amount of curb you need to take. All right, so we're seeing pit stops. The only one not to pit at the moment is Jake Jackson, who is currently leading the TCR class. But I'm expecting we'll see him in potentially this lap, so we're right on the nose with him.
The interesting thing is that Daniel Fritz obviously gone into the pits already. I reckon he's gone for the undercut. He's been stuck behind Jake, so if he gets in front of him, he might be able to get a little bit of clean air, just be able to defend Jake, which could be a good strategy.
I was going to say, yeah, he was battling with Daniel Fritz, wasn't he, Jake Jackson?
Yeah,
so
he
we'll
was,
have to see
yeah.
where Daniel Fritz is in relation to this pit stop when Jake gets to take it. But with Dylan DeBono now out, that's going to put P2 back to Braden Sagassa. So again, potentially looking at Dougie Gowns, Braden Sagassa and Daniel Fritz as a 1-2-3. So good mix of drivers and good mix of teams as well.
No, it's definitely a good thing. Obviously, we know that the Frog Leap boys aren't here tonight. They're hard to beat, you know. But it's just a good thing that you see 3-4 different teams fighting for the podium, and I think that's entertaining. As compared to like when you look at Formula One at the moment. Oh, Jake just gone into the pits,
So
and I think that's Proctor off the track as well.
So Fritzy just coming around to the last section now. We'll watch as Jake Jackson. Where does he exit in relation to Daniel Fritz, and has the undercut worked? So Jake Jackson is on his way out. I think Daniel's got the undercut. There's Jake Jackson on the left. Right there.
Yeah,
Oh, I reckon he might have him. It's on. Oh, I reckon he's got him. He's made that position up.
yeah, it's a good thing that. Maybe not.
Jake's going to fight back though. He's not going to give it easy.
Well, it depends who can get the toe step up ahead to maintain it.
Oh, where are they coming into? They're coming into that hairpin. Oh, Jake's deep under brakes. Stephanie's just rolled straight out. All right, there we go.
She didn't want any. Yeah, she didn't want any piece of that cake.
Do you blame her?
Also,
It's been a hot spot all night down there. I wouldn't want to be a part of that either, to be fair. Oh, no, that's crazy. Yeah, no, good on Sev. Like, I mean, it's a shame that, you know, she was in that position in the first place, but no, she's still out there. She's having a go. Dylan DeBono's back out on circuit. No? Was?
I think it's 3 cars out. So myself, Wilkinson and DeBono. So bit of a rough night for us 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit rough. Oh, Proctor. Andrew Proctor, what's gone on there?
I did see him have an incident with someone earlier. It might be a bit of damage on the car that's been caused from it.
Oh, the front left is, yeah, that looks a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's
definitely
gone off
does.
just straight there, so beached it and gone to pit. So, all right, let's get back to our P2 getter, Mr. Braden Sagassa. So looking at the pit stops, so there's Sam. Sam pitted on lap 11, Dylan Gray pitted on lap 10. And Dylan is now about to be rounded up by Dougie Gowans. And he has been, as we speak. Let's round up. Cam Hardwick in the YouTube chat. Shame the 86 is only a 3-horse race. I mean, look, it started out pretty good. Not going to lie, there was a few more, and it would have built throughout the season. But you know, numbers fluctuate. But that's all right.
I still think it's a good thing anyway. You got to start from somewhere. No, you don't build volume overnight, so it takes a bit of time to grow the numbers. But in saying that though, like I want to race the G86s. So we'll see what happens for next season.
Yeah, the 86 is a good little car. I don't mind racing it. But I've got a question. Can Matty Keane get over the top of Daniel and Jake Jackson in front of him for a P3? He's 3 seconds off the pace.
Don't want to be harsh on him. He's got to gain a fair bit of time, be very consistent with his laps to do it. I think Fritchie and Jake are just a little bit quicker than him as well. So,
well, if we have a look, Matty Keane with a 150.43, Daniel Fritz with a 49.95, and Jake Jackson with a 50.33. So there's not much in it. And the more these two boys fight in front of him, the more it's going to help him out, isn't it?
oh yeah, he's relying on both Jake and Fitzy to make a mistake. That's a lot of curb.
But I wasn't the only one thinking that. Oh, that's a lot of curb. And the impact and the noise that it has on the car, it sounds really rough.
Oh, it sounds like that you broke something. How long left in the race? It is 10 minutes left.
Yeah, about 12 minutes.
Or 12, oh yeah. I keep forgetting about those 2 extra minutes.
Yeah, we'll have a look at SCK in the coming weeks, Mark. We've sadly haven't had a lot of time to invest in it with the 3 directors being caught up in IRL stuff. But so we'll definitely look into that. I think if I hit that, oh there you go. There you go.
Technology, mate.
It's there.
It's there. It takes a bit of time.
So many different things with SCK, and in fact we're only round 5 in. It took us 2 weeks to get everything set up. Yeah, we're playing a little bit of catch up throughout the season, so bear with us as we get some things finalised and cleaned up in the tech side that we'll get there. So Matty Keane, mate, has already made up about half a second.
Oh, roughly, you're just looking 10 seconds under 2 minutes per lap, so you've got roughly 5, maybe 6 laps left. Might be able to catch to the back of the boys, but then again, you got to make a move as well.
Well, that's right, yeah. So Braden Sagasi has got a 9-second gap to Grandpa. Grandpa's got the wheelchair in motion tonight, doesn't he?
Absolutely, he put the turbos on tonight, for sure.
48.85. Fastest lap tonight. I know, sorry, Dylan DeRono, 48.67. So that would have been in the draft, I would suggest, with Dougie there. And those 2 laps seem very close.
Yeah, those 2 definitely quick. Dylan only just got the track today, just for a heads up, and he put a bit of practice in, and I was practicing when you just got the track, and he's like, oh, now what's your sector times? Oh, this is my sector times, and he's like, 4 laps in, yep, okay, I got that time already, you know, now I'm in the 50s, now I'm in the 49s, I'm like, geez, you're just too quick, man.
Yeah, right.
But no, he's a good driver, Dylan. Quick, young driver. I wish I could get a bit of your skills and learn from him, but...
Oh, look who's coming. Look who is coming. Matty Gerard is getting back to the back of Matty Keane with, what is it now, 7 minutes, 8 minutes left in the race?
Matty would be so hot-headed right now. He'll be watching that position. He wants that P5.
I mean, P5's team just bails out of the way. What do you do now? What as a driver, you want to race right to the flag, but you also got to think about position, don't you? You got to think about, you know, where am I at position-wise? You know, am I the point safe, all that kind of stuff. You're starting to think about that stuff, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. Matty's a very technical person of trying to, the way how he thinks and the way how he wants to approach the racing, which is pretty good.
Oh.
For me, he wanna catch up to Matty Keane as quick as possible and overtake him.
So here we go, Matty Gerard looking at Matty Keane. Can he get the pass done on the exit? Oh, not quite. Doesn't quite get the run out of there. It looks like there probably won't be any reviews tonight because both reviews have been claimed. So there we go. That's going to be interesting. Chief, we're seeing the yeah, just under 7 minutes, Mick. Yeah, 100%. And Matty Gerard here is hounding the back of Matty Keane's car.
I think Katie here, he's going to forget about Fritching and Jackson
I
and
don't know if
to his
Gerard-
life.
Oh, jeez. Matty Gerard was awfully tight on the way in through that set of S's.
He loves it. He's putting the car on edge. He's loving it.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, I think Matty King might have realised a bit. No, I don't know. Is he going to... what? Oh, don't know. Where's Keeney go? Does he go up the inside? He's going to try. Oh. Hearing the cars hit that curb is so savage. Just hear the car bottom out.
To be honest, I swear something should snap if that hits in real life. Like, just mental.
Where's Stephanie? There's Stephanie. Let's give Steph a little bit of airtime. Hasn't been the greatest run for her at the moment, sadly. Oh, how we just caught that on cam. Holy. That was brutal. Steph with a big launch on the curbs. So Matty Keane now is going to try and fight back.
Good move.
That's Dylan Graham, the 86 there, now getting in between these two boys.
To be honest, Fritchie's holding off a bit on Jake, so I'm intrigued to see if Matty Gerard catch up to him for P5.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's Matty Gerard and Matty King just back there. But I don't know, Daniel Fritz, can he hang on for the last 4 minutes, 50 seconds? I think he might be able to. Braden Sagasi, their P2, is not making any headway on Dougie Gowans, who's 9.6 seconds up the road.
Yeah, I think Dougie's loving life at the moment. In P1 all by himself, he's loving it.
I mean, like I said, he's got the wheelchair on nitrous or something tonight. He is absolutely flying. So, Dougie Grandpa Gowans looks like he might, without the jinx of the commentator's curse, he might have this one in the bag. The runner's been wise to avoid the Audi. Yeah, Mark, I mean, the Audi probably not so popular anymore with this Veloster out there.
Yeah, the Audis, I mean, they're a good car and stuff like that. I love them from the launch. Like, when you're pitting them properly, you jump 4 or 5 cars because everyone else is in the Hyundais. But when you on a track like this, when you want to attack the curb, I don't think the Audi would have lasted more than 4 laps, to be honest. It's just...
Yeah, the Audi was never a good one for the curb hop, was it? It was always a little stiff for that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too stiff. It's disappointing because it's a good fun car, but I think it's a little bit more older than the Hyundais and the Honda. So I do hope that they bring out a new model to revive them from the dead. But it'll be... Well, I think the Foglip boys, they racing the Audis, and they still got a bit of pace with that, so hopefully next week or the week after when they join back on Wednesday, they can show that the Audi's still just as good.
So they're still there. Actually, I think Kyle was, I'm not sure, I think he was in the Honda at one stage, so...
Yeah, well, I think he accidentally selected that car.
So... Question, can manager... Oh, Daniel Fritz very loose. This is going to give him a massive disadvantage to Matty Gerard now. This could be a P4 with only 2.5 minutes left to go. Matty Gerard will want to make this move pretty quick, won't he? Oh, Daniel Fritz very loose there. Oh.
I think Matty's loving it. I think now he knows that he's in a position where he can shut up and move. Ricky now he's got to keep his eye ahead of him and not worry too much about Matty Gerard, but as you see, Steph coming out the pits as well.
Yeah, she had another crash.
Oh no.
It's Mickey Clifton there, Honda for me, unless there's a Ford. I don't think Ford do a TCR.
No, I don't think they do, no.
So it'd be Mickey Clifton in the Honda, so nothing wrong with having another Honda on the grid.
No, Honda's a good car. I just think a lot of people don't put enough resources into it.
Gerard's looking, man. This is what the
hungry
battle's
for it.
at. He's hungry. Will he get it though? He's close enough. He's only 0.4 off. So he's close enough if Daniel does make another little error there, and Matty Gerard could make the game happen.
Oh, it's just Matty when he comes out in turn 2. He's got to be probably half a second behind Fritchie, get a better run on the exit of the corner. And then that gives him a good chance to... Ooh, that's a lot of curb. But even then, looks like they're also catching up to Jake slowly as well, so...
Yeah, Jake's 3 seconds up the road. Been maintaining about 2.6, 2.7 to the 3 second gap, so Jake's really going to secure that spot. So this probably will be the last lap now. White flag should be out. Barney. Where are you at, Barney? There it is. White flag is up. And this is it. Matty Gerard's got 1 lap, mate. Can he do it?
Mate, I don't know about you, but every time people say Barney, I think of Barney the dinosaur from the Flagman.
I don't think Barney the dinosaur is going to be waving a white flag, mate. Yeah, I'm not quite sure that's how it works in iRacing, but you know that's pretty good. Yeah, that the big purple dinosaur. Speaking of the big purple dinosaur. Speaking of the purple dinosaur, oh, Matty Gerard's there.
He's getting there.
Oh, look at this. Right on the back.
It'll be all over him.
Oh, mate. Daniel Fritz has got to be feeling the pressure now, doesn't he?
Oh, you have to. All you can do now is just stick to his line and just try not to make a mistake, but... This corner here is very crucial not to make a mistake. You can make it so easily. As Fritchie just struggles a little bit. Drag out a little bit on there. I think Doug Gowan's coming across the finish line, but...
He's about to flash the wheelchair headlights as he just dribbles over the finish line. Dougie Gowans, winner.
Matty
the
Gerard
feature.
to move on Daniel Fritz on the inside.
Oh,
Didn't stick to it though.
Didn't stick
no.
at all. He gives him a little flash of the old headlights, like, good drive, buddy, good drive. That's a bit of respect there. I think that's all that is. Let's have a bit of a look and see what happened with that. Matty Gerard just went a little deeper.
Oh, that curb there, jeez.
Oh, he's just had to slow down right on the apex. That's what gave Daniel the run back. So there you go. Daniel Fritz going to grab P4. Matty Gerard P5. Matty Keane is going to bring home P6. Dylan Gray is going to get a P7 outright and the 86 win. Sam Katakazuna is going to get 8. Stephanie Piccoli is going to get a 9th place overall and P3 in the GR86. So huge shout outs to Steph for not giving up, and she's gone for the wall. Race is over, I'm going for the wall.
Oh, let's have a faster lap as well to race. So congratulations for Steph for sticking out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that, 2 minute .59. It's the quickest she's gone all night. So that was a fantastic effort there by Steph, and not to give up. So good on her. And again, if we do have any more girls out there in the chat, come and join the racing. So, well, Tyler, I might let you go and get yourself ready for the review process, if there is one. And we will chat to you on, I don't know, when are we going to talk to you next? Probably Friday? You racing the Formula Ford Friday?
Occupied on Friday. This
come
Friday.
on.
So, yeah.
We're at
I've got to
Okayama.
playing soccer, the footy's on, I've got 101 things to do.
Okayama in the Formula Ford. How can you miss that?
Well, I'll see what happens. I'll see what happens.
All right, Tyler. Well, mate, thank you so much for popping in the box. Unfortunately, your race didn't end the way you would have hoped, but mate, as always, next week, as they say.
Yeah, easy. Cheers for that, and yeah, hopefully a bit more better luck next week.
Yeah, hopefully for you, mate. All right, buddy. Well, have a good week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Easy, catch ya.
Thanks, Salah. All right. Well, let's get up the results for the feature. And there we have it. There is your results. So, Dougie Gowans, Braden Sagassa, Jake Jackson are your top 3, but huge shout outs to our 86 guys for getting inside the top 10 outright. So well done to the GR86 field, and no doubt we'll get a chat with them in just a moment. The DNFers are Andrew Proctor, Dylan DeBona, Glenn Wilkinson, and Tyler Sheaf, we just heard from in the chat. Well, folks, that was quite the race there. Stephanie Bacoli's still out there on track, but driving around with a damaged car. But we do have our podium, so we'll that'll buff out. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Bit of band-aid, should be right. All right, let's throw to Jake Jackson. Let's get Jake in here. Hey, Jake, welcome on in, buddy. And P3 in the feature. Well done, mate. How was it out there tonight?
P3, it was pretty good. We were banging some doors and we were having some fun. So it was a bit of fun on Wednesday night, so I can't complain.
Hey, first race was a 1-2-3 for the team, so that was a good effort.
Yeah, it was a good effort by the boys. And sadly, Glenn had a little mistake in the second one. He's pretty gutted with himself, so hopefully he'll definitely bounce back next week and prove himself again. Yeah,
we did see that on the replay, and I could imagine he'd be pretty savage on himself right now. Glenn's not a dirty racer by any stretch of the imagination, and he would not be happy with that at all. So no doubt you boys were talking to him, and like you said, he'll bounce back next week. But for you tonight, mate, it was a good run through the first one, and then a little bit lonely in the second one.
A little bit lonely till Fitzy and Matthew Gerard came and tried to put the pressure on me, and I kept making the mistakes, so they kept me on my toes the whole race. I still had to watch my relative for the whole 40 minutes.
Yeah, we did.
I was making mistakes. I've never raced here before, so I kept going off every couple of corners, just holding on to your life near the end.
So, what's your thoughts on Magny-Cours, mate? Are you liking it?
It's pretty good in the TCR because you can absolutely drive over the curbs and jump the thing. So that's probably the most funnest part of it. But pretty cool.
We did see a lot of that at the. It was the last corner, the last chicane. We saw a lot of that massive, like that curb there.
Yeah. Oh. We're just eating the curbs.
How was that from the driver's seat?
I was going to blow the engine up after a while, smashing the curbs. I'm like, I might have to calm it down a little.
Yeah, we heard from Tyler, and like he said, if you got the angle right, it wasn't too bad. But if you missed the angle, it was pretty big. It was a giant curb. So, was that what the feeling generally was? If you missed it, it was a big brutal curb.
Yeah, sometimes when you hit it, it didn't sound good. I'll tell you that much. It made me worry a couple of times. Like, oh no, I might have done myself here.
So all in all, not a bad night for yourself, mate. Big points haul tonight, but overall, racing was pretty good.
Yeah, racing was pretty good. We just need to put a BOP on Doug because he just absolutely smacked us on that final one. So we need to figure out how to catch him on the next round.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got the old wheelchair on NOS, I think. But Dougie Gowans,
definitely.
He's definitely something else, isn't he? But mate, time to tell us who keeps you out on the track doing the things week in and week out. So give your sponsors a massive shout out, buddy.
Yeah, just 19mxwrapsracing.com.au. Head over there, use code 19. And you can get some discounts with some clothes or sticker kits for your motocross bikes or motorcycles. And that's about it.
Awesome. Mate, well done. When are we going to see you back on the track next? Are you doing Formula Fords?
If I can make Formula Fords, I'll be there. And then probably the next round for TCRs. But yeah, if I'm free on Friday afternoon, I'll definitely be jumping in the Formula Fords.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you then. Well, mate, congratulations on your results tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Too easy. Catch you later.
Thanks, Jake. All right, we got the next man, also from the 19 MX Raps crew, Braden Sagassa. Mate, how was it out there tonight? It looked like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't really drive the TCR car too often, so it's good to mix it up. And yeah, there's some good racing, especially in that first race being a cheeky 1-2. I know Doug Gowans had a little incident on lap 2, which gave us a chance to pull away. But it was good to be at the front, and second race was just trying to keep my nose clean. I did have a little incident on the second last lap where I flipped the grass and did a little 90-degree J-turn.
So what did you think of the truck overall? Like, we just heard from Jake, he only picked it up, recently. We heard from Tyler that a couple of boys only picked it up today. So how about yourself? Have you had it for a while? Have you raced here much before?
I've only raced here in the supercar. So going from a supercar to a TCR, there is a little bit of a difference.
No, what are you talking about? No difference. They're exactly the same.
It's definitely a hard car to muster, and obviously Douglas is really good in these cars, and he really showed it in that second race. He's really consistent. And it was just good to be at the front there. There was some good racing overall.
Yeah, so we just got the pass that you made down on your teammate and then Dylan DeBono down at the hairpin there. What was going through your mind when you're like going deep in there? Like, as a driver, like we saw Glenn sadly had a little incident in that window of the track as well. But what's going through your mind as you're sort of diving down in there? Are you praying that everything just works, or are you pretty confident that you've got it under control?
It's what was going through my head was I hope Dylan DeBono sees me coming, because I came in there at a high rate of knots. I was like, just me and Jake from the same chat. I was just like, oh Jake, I made a joke. I'll be like, let the fastest car by, and then I didn't realize that I was braking that late, so I just had to stamp on the brakes and pray to all the lords and gods above that I could slow her down. And yeah, it was 3 wide for momentarily, which was a bit hairy. But we got through there pretty cleanly, and it was good racing with DeBono. Unfortunately, he had a little incident. He broke his steering.
Yeah, he took too much of the last curb into that big curb, and it sort of bounced, and then the rear hit it and bounced the other way, and then fired him into the wall. So, unfortunately, it's race ending accident. No one, but that's what happens, isn't it? I mean, you got to push. We're racers at heart, and we'll throw everything at it to get a result, won't we?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was. It was great racing overall. I definitely enjoyed it. I gotta say, it was pretty good racing. I don't really drive the TCR car too often, but it was good to be there.
Awesome. Well, I know we heard from Jake, but we're going to hear it again. Who's the team sponsors, mate? Keeping you guys out there doing the things and bringing you back each week.
Obviously, main sponsor MX Raps. They've been with us since late last year, and we're glad to have them aboard. And obviously, all the 19 boys that came out tonight. It was it was. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, no, it was a good race, and we need to see some more teams, mate. The purple's just starting to take over a little bit. Need to see some more teams out there to challenge these purple cars. So, Apex, I'm looking at you. Come on, get in here and have some fun. No, it's good to see, mate, and it's always a pleasure to have a chat with you guys after the race. So, well done tonight on the results, and good job in the first race with the team 1, 2, 3. So, well done to you boys.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, Braden. Have a good one, buddy, and we'll see you next week.
You too, man.
Oh, actually, when are you coming back to the Formula Fords, by the way?
Not this weekend. I'm going to a festival this weekend. So that one's out of the books, but hopefully I'll be back in next week.
Oh, okay. Cool. Look forward to it. Well, enjoy your festival, buddy, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
All right, bud. All right. Well, it's not a TCR race and podium chat if this man is not in the room. Grandpa, you got that wheelchair on NOS, don't you? You were moving tonight. Holy molies.
Look, after I run out of talent on the in the first race, I thought I better do something nice in the second race.
So take us through what happened in the first race there, because you were starting to gain a little bit of momentum, and then all of a sudden, boom, gone. I was like, oh, what's happened here?
Yeah,
what
look,
actually happened?
with these tyres, they do take a little bit to warm up, and I thought I had the grip under me. Just as I was coming into that fast chicane there, I touched the brake. I could feel the rear starting to slide. I thought, oh no. And yeah, off I went, and I hit the wall pretty hard.
Yeah, we did see the replay. We did catch a replay of that, and yeah, it was a pretty big hit. So
It was.
we then followed you after the pit stop, and you were sort of sitting behind Sam and Dylan Gray there in the 86s for a little while, lifting and getting off the throttle. Was that were you just letting them battle, or were you just not wanting to take that position away?
Oh no, I wasn't going to interfere in their race. You know, I'm running at the back of the field, and I have no right to interfere in their race. They're having a good battle, and I quite enjoyed sitting behind them and just watched it for a little bit.
But you weren't going to let one of them take 10th spot, were you? Because that was a pole for the next one. You weren't going to let one of them sit there, were you?
As I said to Matty Keane, you know, it was all planned after I crashed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so,
that's a cheeky move.
It's a shame because I would have had a really good battle with Glenn and with Dylan and you know, obviously Jake as well, and there's some fast guys out there tonight. But yeah, I was lucky that I started pole on the second race of those guys started back in the field, and I could do a jump, skip, and a hop and get ahead, and yeah, I just maintained the gap after that.
Yeah, right. And that second race, it was a Dougie Gowan show, wasn't it? It was just off the front and away you went. You had a pretty decent gap before the sort of halfway point, so it was just a case of managing that from there on, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. And I've done a 0x too. I think you'll be happy about that.
0x, you did do a 0x. I do see that. So
yep,
that's,
I did, mate. I did, yes.
That's impressive.
You always got to go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you go from massive X to no X? And no, look, I mean that's good, but that last chicane coming into that little pitch straight, how much of that curb were you prepared to take? Is it worth the risk?
No, you could see that with Dylan De Bono. You know, that's what happened to him. He hit it too hard. It broke his steering, and off he went. Nothing he could do about it. So the idea with that chicane is that you can attack it quite hard, but you've got to make sure you're using your tyres. You're not running actually over the big sausage curb. So if you get your line right through there, you can keep your momentum up and get some good speed. But if you're just a little bit out like Dylan was, I mean, that's the end result.
You're a passenger at that stage, and
yeah. You can do.
Yeah, sadly, not much you could do there, unfortunately. But, you know, that's the way it goes, isn't it? It's racing. It's what we do.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, yeah. Hey, look, and it's good, you know. I'm 51 years old, and I'm racing against these 17-year-olds, and I'm beating them.
Just to rub that into the chat, you know, just give it a bit of a poke, you know. Come on, young'uns, catch up.
I know. Come on. Come put me out the pasture.
Yeah, a little cheeky jab at the boys and girls there. But
I have to.
Right, so we even saw Stephanie Piccola give you a little flash of the headlights when you went past her. I'm not quite sure if that was a bit of a, hey, what are you laughing at me for? Leave me alone.
We actually had a couple of I actually passed her a couple of times, and we had a bit of banter when that happened. And I think she was just saying, "Here you go again."
Yeah, here you go again. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph's great, and unfortunately didn't have the greatest run for the second race, but it's good to see Steph. We need to get some more girls in here to help her out. You know,
absolutely, yeah, bloody oath.
We need to get some more female racers to come and join her.
Yep, and you know they got lots of talent out there, you know. So if anyone's listening and you're a female and you want to come race, well, come do it because it's great fun. We've got a great community here. We all help each other. Just come and do it. Just take the jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Dougie. Well, mate, it's time to shout out those sponsors. I'm pretty sure there's a turbo company in there or a NOS company somewhere.
No.
That's need a shout out.
Not, mate.
But take it away, mate. Tell us who brings you back each week.
Oh, look, it's Steve from Velocity, as per usual. You got a bit of practice in this week with Matty Gerard and Tyler. Unfortunately, Dylan, I think, was away for most of it, and he really only just jumped into the session tonight. But always great to race against those guys. Dylan started putting the lap times down, I must say. He done a 1:48.666. You know, he is the devil, so so you got to keep an eye out for him. But yeah, it's all those guys, and thanks to you, Rob, for the broadcasting and the presentation tonight, and you know, and everyone else that races. As I said, we're a great community and we have lots of fun.
Yeah, no, exactly. It is a great community, and like I said, there's not even a review tonight. So I mean, yeah, 2 incidents, both claimed, and the driver put their hand up and said, "Yeah, that was me. I kind of made a mess of that." And you know, look, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about, you know, that kind of camaraderie, and I think that's what it is. It's, you can get in if you make a mistake, put your hand up, and you know, get on with it. And we're seeing some really good racing, especially between, you know, your team there with Velocity and the 1-9 boys. You know,
Yeah, I know.
Getting some of them in there now is just starting to really mix it up, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely, you know, and Dylan Gray was just saying that Jet Murray's coming next week, so we all know how fast he can be. So it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, you know. I mean, you have me up there, you have Ray's back next week, Kyle's back next week, as far as I know. You got Braden, you got Jake, you got Glenn. I mean, wow, what a front of the grid that's going to be.
Where do we put the? Jet Murray's just confirmed in the YouTube chat he's jumping in the TCR. So look out, TCR, they are coming for you.
If you're listening, Jet, go away, please.
So if you didn't hear that, Jet, Dougie Gowan said you're no longer welcome.
He's too fast. No, it will be. Yeah, I mean, to race against people that are that fast, that's what I'm here for, because it's the only way that I learn. Yeah, I can run around the track by myself, you know, lap after lap after lap, but I'm not learning anything. You race against these fast guys with the racecraft and the speed. That's where you're learning.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. No, I couldn't have said it better myself, Dougie. But mate, look, we'll let you get out of here. I think it's probably bedtime for you anyway, isn't it now? Like 9:30?
Whoa. on that note, I'll say goodbye.
No, it's a good chat with you as always, Dougie. Once again, mate, yeah. P1. Sadly, the first race didn't go to plan, but you know, you got the result in the end.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate
it. Mate. Thanks. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time round.
Will do. See you, mate. Bye-bye.
See you, bud. All right. Well, we'll get Dylan in. I see Dylan Gray in the chat. We'll drag Dylan in. Winner for the 86s tonight. Dylan, how was it out there at Magny-Cours in the 86?
I think I'm a bit too fast for Sam.
No, I said, how was it, mate? I didn't ask how fast you were. I said, how was it? There's a big difference.
A bit tricky. A bit tricky with the curbs and all that, mainly last corner. But if I screwed that up, I was in the wall with that.
Yeah, we did see a few cars just take a little bit too much curb there, and it has a double effect, doesn't it? It chances the car braking and also, you know, slows you down because you're not quite at that optimal entry and exit there, are you?
No, it's a tricky track. That's the thing. Like, I think it's a more suitable track for the 86s and TCRs, but any other car, it's bad for them.
It's bad.
It's mainly it wears out the tires a lot because of the fast corners and all that.
Yeah, and just the way you the slip angle in the car too, kind of getting the maximum attack at the corner as well. Obviously, we saw that in the 86, a little bit more than the TCR. We saw the 86s, yourself and Sam, and even Stephanie. They're just, when you're getting the car just on the edge, the slip angle is a lot greater than what you see in the TCR. So
yeah, I think because of it being rear-wheel drive instead of like the TCRs being front-wheel drive, it's a lot harder through the car corners when it's squatting on one tire and all that.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, mate, that was a good result for you tonight. Got both those wins in the bag, but give your team shout-outs and get that done, and let us know who's bringing you back each week.
Well, we got Lodge Bros, W, NZ Performance, Wayne Bullet Mechanical, Lutsu Driving Performance, OK MS Photographic, Majors Garage, JM Designs, and all the boys at LMR as well.
Have you got
And
all
I
them written
saw-
down?
Yes, we got them all written down in Discord, and I didn't screw it up for a change.
I know you, Dylan, and I've had a lot to do with you outside of iRacing, and yeah, I know you probably have them written down somewhere because you wouldn't remember all of those off the top of your head.
No, if I forgot, then Jet would have been down my throat. One of the team owners would have been down my throat.
You'd be in trouble. No, that's cool, buddy. Well, mate, we might let you go.
I also saw in chat Jet's coming to play next week, which is going to be
Yeah,
fun.
he's told us in the YouTube chat, mate. You're already half an hour behind the times, right? We already knew.
Yeah. I think I knew. He was thinking about it earlier, and he said, and I was going to myself, please do not come in 86. I don't want to be battling you.
Oh, there you go, Jet. See, even your teammate doesn't want you in the 86. Oh, I know what I'd be doing now.
No, we'll probably just slipstreaming each other all night.
No, it was a good performance out there tonight, Dylan. Well done on your positions, mate. And are you coming for the Formula Ford Friday? Are you going to come jump in Formula Fords at Okayama?
Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know. I don't know if we got a paint yet done. So if we don't have a paint yet done, I don't know what paint I'll be running.
That's aimed at you, Jet, I think, in the chat with no paint.
Yeah, it is. It is aimed at Jet.
Need
He
a
won't trust
Formula
me.
Ford paint for Friday night, Jetto. Get on that, buddy.
He won't trust me doing the paints yet.
It's all good. Well, Dylan, congratulations tonight, mate. We'll see you out here on Friday then. Hopefully you have a couple of good days break and come ready to race in what is one of the most enjoyable cars that I think we can get on the service.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun around Okayama, I think.
Yeah, it's Yokoyama Short on Friday night, so
Cold tires will be sideways for me.
the whole thing sideways, Sid. You haven't driven it much, I can tell.
No, I haven't driven it much. The only time I've driven it is around Winton.
Oh, yeah, no, you'll be in for a treat on Friday night, especially with those boys that you'll be around. So look forward to seeing you out there, buddy.
No, I'll be there.
Excellent. Well, we'll have a good night and we'll see you on Friday night.
See ya.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap us up. There is no review. There is no review tonight. So that is outstanding racing at a circuit of this nature. To have no review is fantastic. So we are going to end the night there, and thank you guys both on Kick and YouTube for tuning in. Jetto, we look forward to seeing you next week. Darren, good to see you as well. Make sure you go and give that Boofa a bit of a driving lesson. That was pretty ordinary start, but you know, it's always fun to have you guys around, and we will see you back here Friday. Don't forget, Friday night, Formula Fords coming to you from Okayama Short. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's got some good guys in that. They love the racing. We can't wait to see you guys there. From myself and the team here at CFR Widecrest, it has been a pleasure to bring you this tonight, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Be good to yourself, be good to your fellow racer, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye for now.